Hello and welcome. Today we are here at the Universal Orlando Resort and we are going to check up on what is happening with construction and all the new things happening and coming here. So let's head on in through City Walk and check it out. Over here in City Walk, it looks like we have some kind of army recruitment thing being set up, as well as a display for the Teenage Kraken movie. And I think to start, we're gonna hang a left and go into Islands of Adventure first, because there's not really much going on, but we'll touch on the Lost Continent and things like that. As we're walking through the port of entry here of Islands of Adventure, like I said, there's not really a ton going on currently at Islands. They just recently closed Poseidon's Fury, and who knows what's going on with the Lost Continent. But we're just going to take a quick look around at all the lands and see if there's anything going on. It's actually not as busy as I would have expected. Velocicoaster was a 45-minute and Hagrid's was only 75 minutes. Maybe I'll get on something today. If we can hop on Hagrid's, that'd be great. Hulk is 15 minutes? Yeah, we're gonna ride something today. Walking through Superhero Island here. It's really not a lot going on, pretty much the same. Spider-Man, 15 minutes, which is great. But you gotta think, how long are they gonna hang on to these old comic book characters? And when will Disney try to convince Universal to give up the Marvel properties? Does anybody else get like a Hollywood Boulevard kind of feel from Superhero Island with all the superheroes that don't quite fit their costumes? Like, I don't know, the superheroes that show up in this area of the park, they make me laugh. Over here in Toon Lagoon, it looks like things are going strong with all the water effects. It's summer, so keep people cool, and this land only has 2 water rides, so it's good to see that the effects are on though. This is another area of the park that you just have to think, when is Universal going to do something about this? A lot of kids these days don't recognize any of these comic properties, so this has to come up for some kind of change. This is just an area of the park that I don't think you'd ever catch me riding any of it. I am not a water rides person, and especially this one. Here they come. Especially this one, you just get soaked. Yeah, no thanks. Crossing over into the Jurassic Park area. Kong is sitting at a 50-minute wait. This one always has a really long wait, so I've never done it. Over here at the Jurassic Park River Adventure, this is currently being discussed as something that needs some attention. During a big hurricane in 2022, I believe, a portion of the side of the building over here got ripped off, and there's a lot of animatronics, not a lot, but a few of the animatronics that haven't been working. So this is something that a lot of people think will just be turned into Jurassic World like it is over in Hollywood. But I kind of would like to see them keep the Jurassic Park theme here in Orlando and have Jurassic World over at Hollywood. With Jurassic Park just now celebrating its 30th anniversary, I wouldn't be surprised if Universal was waiting for the 30th anniversary to be over before they changed it over to Jurassic World. But the majority of this land is already Jurassic World. I mean, you have the Raptor Encounter, which is themed to Jurassic World. You have Velocicoaster, which is Jurassic World. It's all Jurassic World already, so I think they're going to be changing it. They are leaning heavily into this 30th anniversary. They even have banners up at Pizza Predatoria. And I saw banners up at another restaurant, so they're going all in for this. Before we head over to the Wizarding World here in Islands of Adventure, I'm going to go through the Discovery Center and see what the wait time is for Velocicoaster. maybe we'll get on it. Velocicoaster is currently a 45-minute wait standby, and the single rider is open, but I can see the single rider line is already out to the entrance. So I'm not sure I'm gonna take a ride on this today. Prefer to keep it under 30 minutes. So we'll just go ahead and head over to the Wizarding World. As normal, the Wizarding World is crowded. They just finished up some kind of Tri-Wizard tournament type show. So let's take a walk through. I don't think there's anything happening in here, but we'll walk through. Hagrid's is still a 75-minute wait, which is nice. It's staying at 75 minutes. Must not be too busy for rides today, and the operations might be going very smoothly. And as we leave the Wizarding World, we head into the Lost Continent, which again is another area of Islands of Adventure that needs attention, and I think this is the area that's going to get the attention. The t-shirt I've seen in this All Hallows Eve boutique, they haven't had it in stock for a while, but I'm gonna go check to see if they have it. No success with that t-shirt, still out of stock. I don't even know if they're gonna bring it back into stock. But that's a pretty cool store. It's a great escape for some air conditioning if you need it. It's very dark, it's just a little de-stressing in that store. But let's go ahead and take a look at Poseidon's Fury and what kind of state that's in currently. So Poseidon's Fury did have its last tour, I believe in May? I've already forgotten when it was, but it is closed. And it looks like the water's drained out. I know some of this water was starting to stink. And they did open up the entry pathway for guests to just walk around, but it looks like they've closed that up. And you can't go back there anymore. The entry sign used to have a tarp over it, but it looks like they've removed the sign altogether. So what is gonna happen with this area of the park? Mythos will still be the best theme park restaurant, of course. The rumor for the Lost Continent is that it will be themed to Zelda, which the rumors of Universal trying to obtain the rights to Zelda kind of hint towards that. So who knows what will actually happen. And our final land here in Islands, Seuss Landing. We'll just breeze right through this because the only thing I know that was going on is on the other side. So we'll just head there and take a look.
Right here to our stage, our dear friend the Lorax has jumped right off the page!
This area over here was behind work walls for quite a while, but now it's back open. It's like fresh paint is all it got. So that's really all that was going on in Seuss Landing. Another area that may need some updating, not because it's outdated or anything like that. Well, it is outdated in a sense, but there's a lot of controversial work from Dr. Seuss, the beloved author, but I definitely do understand where it needs some changes. And this is one of the areas, this McElligot's Pool, I think it's called. This is one of the areas, this is one of the books that are controversial. So it was thought that this was going to be going away, but it didn't. It's still here. But it's a wonder if Universal is ever going to do something with this area. If I Ran a Zoo is also an area that is controversial, but it is still here. I mean, it's all cute, and kids don't understand that kind of stuff. It's mostly adults that, you know, cause the controversy, but eventually the screaming will get too loud and they'll have to change it. Now that we're done here at Islands of Adventure, we'll take a walk through the souvenir shop just to exit, get some AC, see if there's anything new. While looking through the store, I found their Pride display, which, I don't know, compared to Disney, this is pretty sad. It's not very colorful, where Disney's really pops. And they're really, really banking on this universal love thing. I don't know. Disney is excelling at the Pride merch. I Islands of Adventure is a really interesting park. In my opinion, it is the better out of the two Universal theme parks. But it's like half of it is super outdated, or there's nothing even in the areas of the park. Like Lost Continent. There's only restaurants there now. So, I don't know, what does that say that Universal falls behind a park that's half empty? But they're doing a lot of work in Universal, so we'll go check out what's behind those work walls. Taking a look at the wait times over here. About the same, they look pretty good. Escape from Gringotts is 60 minutes. It was 25 earlier, and I was gonna get on that. I'll see if it goes down any. Mummy is 25, so maybe I'll get on that. But anyways, there's a lot happening in this entry area. In the entry area of Universal Studios, we have this new Art Deco food stand that has some vegan hand pies. Sounds good. And of course, this is going to be Minion Land. And we'll just walk through this together. So over here on the right, we have VillainCon Minion Blast, which, I don't know, has to be within weeks of opening. Then across the way, you of course have Minion Mayhem, and they have added some trees here. I'm not really quite sure what kind of purpose these trees serve, unless they're gonna grow outward, but it looks like they're trees that will grow upward. But something interesting about this is that even though this ride isn't open, the gift shop is open. We will take a look at Evil Stuff. This is a really interesting store. This is a con, so it's VillainCon, and the minions are cosplaying as the different villains, which I think is really cute. They have some interesting merch in here. Alright, just a reminder, theme park gift stores aren't your personal TikTok filming areas. But here we have the exit of the ride. This is a small store, so this area is going to get really crowded. Continuing down this new Illuminations Avenue with Minion Land. It looks like the Bake My Day bake shop is pretty complete. This overhang has gotten a marquee on it. Rip Ride Rocket, still think should be rethemed to something Illuminations or Minions. But down Illuminations Avenue, there's been a lot of work since I was last out here. All these facades look to be pretty much complete, which continues to hint at this area opening within weeks, maybe by the end of the month. Freeze where a pops. It's a Villain's Bank. And then we have Minion Cafe, which looks like it will have some pretty interesting food items. Over here we have Papanana. I'm actually kind of excited to try this banana flavored popcorn. And then this building, which will eventually have some paint on it for Illuminations. Uh-oh, looks like I walked right in on some Streetmosphere. It's a hot set Streetmosphere. That's kind of cool.
Excitement! Places! I'm on fingertips, and I want you to look downstage or backward. I've been working with you. If you need anything at all, don't hesitate to ask, darling. And action.
Back at the very end of this entry New York Street, looks like they're still working on this facade of the New York Public Library. That's been going on for quite some time, but almost done, almost there. Right next to Rip Ride Rocket, this helix here. Over here in front of the money, we've got some additional entertainment. Ooh, spooky. But we'll continue moving along here. Sure, at some point the Blues Brothers will come out. One thing that Universal really excels at is the entertainment. Lots of entertainment. They really make use of the Hollywood studio kind of feel. And for anybody that doesn't know, this could actually be used as an actual film set, which they have done in the past. It's pretty incredible. I'm starting to feel the heat, so I needed something to drink, so I thought, might as well go ahead and get one of these freestyle cups that I've seen everybody walking around with for Jurassic 30th anniversary. Whatever, nice souvenir. Get free refills all day today, so stay hydrated. Over here in the San Francisco area of the park at the Fast and Furious supercharged exit, there are some work walls here. Normally this is a scare zone area, so I wonder if this has something to do with Horror Nights. I am on the lookout for any signs of Horror Nights work, but this could also just be path work here, which it is brick road, so it's probably just path work. And we've made it to London, the London waterfront, King's Cross, to head over to Islands of Adventure. I'm sorry, to head to Hogwarts. But we'll go into Diagon Alley and see what's going on in there. See how crowded it is. Go ahead, take the step through the portal. It's not too bad in here. Not too bad. Well, I was gonna ride Gringotts, but I bought this drink and now I gotta buy a locker, and I don't want to buy a locker, so we will ride that another time. You do not have to knock on 12 Grimald Place, and if you're gonna get the photo op, at least sit at the right stoop. But again, Creature is on a timer. You don't have to knock. This stage area back here remains empty. I believe they used it for some cheerleading competitions recently. But something needs to be done with this. We're at Men in Black, 25-minute wait, not bad. Back in this area, I believe there are 2 Horror Nights houses, or Horror Nights tents, that are used for houses back in that area. No signs of work though. Usually I feel like there's some more signs out and about. You can start seeing things pop up, but nothing yet. And they still haven't made any announcements, which is really weird. And over in the Simpsons land in front of Krusty, there's still work walls up here, refurbishment of this path. But everything is still open. Simpsons is another property that I just don't know how long Universal will keep around. I mean, it's Disney owned now. And will Disney ever ask Universal to pay up? Back here heading towards Kid Zone, this is all still under construction. What we believe to be a DreamWorks themed land. Shrek and Fiona are out there meeting. Store Pants is still open. But these walls stretch all the way back and even enclose the ET photo spot, which is staying, but it's currently closed. Squidward. And I think since we haven't ridden anything today, we'll go ahead and get on ET Adventure, which is only 15 minutes. So we can say we at least did something. I'm curious to see what they add back into this area. Probably lots of trolls. All done with ET, and that is one strange ride. That is a strange ride. That is one of those rides that everybody has to experience at least once. Because wow, what an experience. But now we're gonna head towards the exit of the park. We do have the Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Tribute Store left to take a look at. Hopefully there's no line today. I want to pop in there, take another look. Over here in the Hollywood section of the park, the only thing really to report on is the Jurassic Park tribute store, which we'll go take a look in right now. Oh, this is so much better than the opening weekend. I do really love the photo ops in here. I think this actually might be a new t-shirt. I don't remember seeing this the last time I came in here. Alright, well, I wanted to get the cool little Jurassic Park welcome gift set or welcome set, something like that. But it looks like they're all sold out of those. So instead, I decided to go with this jar cake. Looks pretty good. Chocolate cake, some icing in there. With the pass holder discount, this was about $10, which I think is pretty good. Comes with this cool little jar that I can keep. The only thing is, they didn't have any forks or anything, so I have to go find a fork or a spoon or something to eat this. I even may eat this at home. Hey, future me here. I never got a chance to try that jar cake that I bought from the Jurassic Park tribute store, so I thought I would pop in right now and give it a try. It looks like a pretty good cake, chocolate cake, icing, so how could it go wrong? Got it right here. Got a good scoop of icing and cake, and let's give it a try. Yep, that's a pretty average chocolate cake. It's very crumbly, so make sure you're in a place that it's okay to make a mess, because I made a mess just scooping that piece out. Pretty good though. Nice face. But we're gonna go ahead and head it out. And this has been a really fun day at Universal, checking up on everything going on. Thank you for joining me here on the surface of the sun itself. It was a great day exploring what is going on here in the Universal Resort. That's gonna do it for my June updates. I just recently went to SeaWorld, so I'm not even gonna worry about going over there and checking out Pipeline. I have a whole video dedicated to that, so I'll link that in the description of this video. And I will see you all next time. Stay good. Peace.